Cottonwood Hill Farms. So I hope you can hear me okay. It's kind of windy, but we got a little project going on here today. We're running a new electric service over to the milk barn, and we're not having any. We're taking a year off from hogs, so we're not going to have any pigs this summer. Maybe next spring is kind of what we're thinking, that we'll get some more. So the area that we had the hogs in, we're kind of rearranging some stuff around here, and I'm wanting to, when we do get hogs again, we're going to move them down a little bit further. But anyway, we got the old machine shed here, my grandpa's old machine shed, old shop. We put in a new electric service about 3 or 4 years ago, and split the house and the buildings on 2 separate services, because this it was pretty amazing. This whole house, or this whole farm, was on a 100 amp service, and all of the buildings and the well, I believe, were on a 140 amp breaker. And I was running at that time, I don't even remember how many tank heaters and heat lamps off of 140 amp breaker, and luckily I didn't burn anything down ever. So anyway, it was about 3 or 4 years ago. We put a whole new electric service in to the shop, the new shop, and split the house, left it on its own 100 amp breaker, or a 100 amp panel, and then put a 200 amp panel in for the farm and the well. And so anyway, we've got 100 amps coming to the old machine shed, and we're just coming off of that, because we don't really need all of that in here, but we're coming off of that, and we're going to run it out to the milk barn here, and then I'm going to split off just a small like 20 amp breaker from there and go over to the corn crib. So then these buildings will be taken care of, and then at that point the only buildings we need to get power to are the cattle barn and then the lean-to where the horses are, which they don't need much power. We just, sometime in the next year or so, I just need to get probably a 12 gauge, maybe a 10 gauge wire out to them, not even 220, just need to get some power out there for some plugs and some lights. So anyway, this is what we got going on. My neighbor had to rent this to put a tube under his driveway, so he's letting me borrow it. And anyway, we're digging here, coming off the corner of the building. It's about 100 feet or so, and then we're going out to the milk barn, which is right out there. So like I said, this is where we were keeping the hogs. We're no longer going to do that. In fact, this building is going to be coming down this fall, probably this fall or next spring. This is where we've had the chickens for about 10 years or so, and hogs as well in this end. And I don't like tearing stuff down, but this building was built from scraps, and it's just not, it's not economical. Everything has to be cleaned out by hand. There's no way to get a machine in it. Even my little skid steer doesn't fit in there. And I've thought about taking the front off and making it kind of a lean-to style so I can get in there, but it's not in a good spot, and I'm just going to take it down. We're going to salvage all the material out of it, and then my plan is to build another lean-to down here further for the hogs, and then I'm going to open all this up, and then I can probably use this to park my trailers or something, or I don't know, we'll figure it out. But this building is not a good use of space, in my opinion, and there's some good materials on it that I can reuse for other things. So that's kind of the plan over this fall, or like I said, in the spring, take this building out and then kind of regrade all this, make it look a little bit nicer here, and get the hogs a little bit further away from everything. So anyway, we're gonna get back to digging here. Like I said, it's probably 100 feet. I got 160 feet of wire, and I think it's 110 foot of trench is what it is. And I made sure I got enough wire that I can get into the building and up to the box, and then up the box over there too. So we're gonna get back to work here. do you? This is boring.
Can I do it?
You don't have a lot of time, so.
Can I drive this after you're done? I really like this. How did you move that?
Right here.
Hi.
I got my mini-me running the machine. Not bad for 7 years old. Check out this little honey right here.
What?
Hey you.
Hi.
What's your name?
Stop. Hey. Stop. What do you
She gives me the honey glow, something terrible. All right, we got our trench over to the barn. We got a We got to just got to kind of clean it up down here a little bit. We're gonna get our wire in there and then we're gonna backfill it. All right, trench is done. We got the wire down in there. I got it stubbed through over there. I've got it stubbed up and into the barn over here. I'll put it in conduit and LB later, but I'm gonna get it backfilled right now. We got it coming up the side and got the pipe sticking out right there, so I know we got plenty. It was tight. I got 160 feet and I probably could have done 165. Well, we're pretty much wrapped up. I got it backfilled. I won't get anything wired up today. That wasn't really the point, but I got everything backfilled and somewhat smoothed out. I'll have to I'll have to go back over it and smooth it once the trench settles or whatever. But anyway, it's just good to get that wire in the ground. So now it's ready to go on both ends. I do have to dig a little by hand inside the old machine shed just to get it over to the box. It's about, I think, 7 feet. I'll have to dig in, but that's not a big deal at all. So, and I don't know if I mentioned or not, but this is we did a number 2 URD, so it's 100 amps is what we're running out here. We don't, which is plenty for what we're doing, because we just got a water heater and bulk tank, and what else? Just a cooler, freezer, and then just the barn itself. So 100 amps is more than enough for what we need out here. Thanks for coming along, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Seems like there's always something random that we got going on out here, especially when it comes to improvements and things like that. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification button too, so you don't miss any of our other videos that are going to be coming out. You guys take care. We'll see you in the next one.